Hi all, Hal here with more Space Engineers, and today, well, we've been doing a little bit of off-camera work. We'll talk about, I have some ideas for things to do today. I'm not quite sure which one we're going to get with, but, yeah. It's been a long day. Anyway, before we get into everything else, we have to get started, so let's go. So, happy Wednesday, everybody. Hopefully you're having a fantastic day and a terrific week. For those who are anywhere in the world, I guess, today. Hopefully you're staying safe and avoiding the wonder that is the coronavirus. Yeah. Anyway. Alright. So, we still have the entire ship depressurized. We haven't come through, and like I said, I think I'm going to put transparent LCDs in here. Let's go ahead and actually do that. I need construction components. I think I have them, right? Yes, okay. So we're going to take that out. That out. And I don't know if that's the right side up or not. I can never tell which side is actually the right side up. Do we have any more in here that I want to do? So basically what I'm doing is replacing some of these with the LCDs because it gives me the ability to provide more information as you're coming through the ship. So we may have something here that will basically say that this area is depressurized or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But first off, let's go ahead and yes, I know that I can use the shortcut to add these directly to the build planner. Thank you for reminding me. Oh, you know who you are. Yeah, see, I don't like the fact that that doesn't bridge grids anymore. Okay, so what we have been working on. I've gone ahead and started reproducing the tower that we have over here. We have actually made a couple of changes. So you can now get around to each of the docking areas without having to go in through all of the airlocks. As well as getting over to what's going to be the new docking area when it is done. And it's just going to be a mirror of what we have here, where we have this being the focus of large ships. The tower over there is going to be the smaller ships, and it will have the stairs in it, and there's actually a second door out to the surface of the moon. And basically it's just about making things a little bit more convenient out here while also expanding our ability to have more ships being supported here. Alright. I got those right. Yes? Okay. So if my controls, if I seem like I'm having issues with something, I did a cardinal sin of computers. I spilled soda on my keyboard. Yes, I know. I took the whole thing apart. Thankfully, I have one of the Corsair keyboards, so I was able to take all of the keycaps off. I was able to pull some of the button pots out, but I think one of them, I've got one that's kind of I don't want to say sticky, but it's definitely, you can tell moisture got into it, so I may have to replace that. But given how much of the keyboard was under soda. All right, so we'll deal with setting those LCDs up at a different point. Let me show you what we've got going on over here. Like I said, it is a mirror of the tower that we have. I'm not going to put a second antenna. Well, I don't know, maybe. Maybe. What I may end up doing with this one is, if anybody's been paying attention to the Keen's social media, hiccups, excuse me, they have been teasing some new blocks that they had told a few people about. If you haven't seen it yet, go check out their social media stuff, either on Twitter or over on the official Keen website. I don't know if the links for the website are in the description. If not, I'll put them in there. But basically, they teased a new block, which is a giant radar dish. So what I'm thinking is this tower, once it's done, we're going to put that block on top, so we won't have the observatory area that we do in the other tower. We may end up with like some windows or something around the edges like we did with that one. But the actual top of the structure is going to be that radar dish once we have it in here. And then as you can see here, we do have room in case I want to do a third tower for some reason. We'll have the ability to have one out here. Now, one of the other things that I was thinking about with this is that we have done some just ridiculously large builds in the past, and I may do something like that again where we'll have, say, like a passenger liner or something that'll have multiple points of entry on it. And so I wanted to have the ability to have something like that dock here without needing to worry quite so much about the space that it was going to take up. So I will probably do at least one more of these towers, which is also the reason why this one's going to have the radar dish on it, because it's planned to be the middle tower. If that changes, like if let's say we go 4 or even 5 towers out, we'll probably relocate some stuff. Like we'll redo a little bit of it, but for the most part, is what it is, right? All right, so let's get down here. Now, this is expected to be completely pressurized when it's done, and like I said, we do have the windows all the way up. You have the doors here with windows above it, windows all the way up, and then doors with windows above again. Again, just like the base, or just like the tower we've put in previously. All right, so this area here, I am going to pressurize. I'll probably end up doing it like I did with this one, where we'll have, say like a walkway here, and then we'll have the windows mounted to the exterior of the block. And that's so that we can actually do what we did in this one, which is where you have the LCDs in here now. So we always have people saying how easy it is to get lost in my bases and that they want to see better documentation in the base. Well, you have been listened to. Look, we actually have things that clearly tell you where you're going. And then, like I said, again, will be mirrored in the new one. I haven't done this up top yet. Actually, do I have? I do have. Those are components, right? Yeah, okay. Excuse me. Alright, so I haven't done this up here yet, and part of the problem is that because, well, we've got a bunch of stuff here, including a light, so that's why we didn't do it up here, because this one light takes up all 4 of these. So, I should say, blocks this entire cube. Now what I could do is, I think I can do this, right? We might be able to do that. Let me see here. No, I want to do this. Okay. We're just going to go ahead and do this. There. Right. Did I put that on my... Okay, I did put that on the completion bar. Okay. Just making sure. Alright. There we go. We'll go ahead and grab this really quick. Whee! So I am enjoying having these smaller airlocks here. I am finding that they are helping quite a bit. Alright, so we're probably going to need to go smaller on this text than what we've done on the others, but That's okay. We are going to take the padding out. We're going to center justify this. Alright, and this is... What's this? Hold on a second here. This is northwest, northeast, southeast, right? Okay. No. We want text. There you go. Oh, it's not gonna let me do it that way. Okay, so we do... What did we say? Northwest pad. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is going to be northeast. Put in a spot there. Oh, landing, maybe. And this is going to be southeast. Southeast or southwest? Yeah, southeast. Okay. Text. Alright, so we did 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is going to be tower. Alright, so let's go 0.75-ish. How about 0.8? Alright, so we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Awesome. Okay, that gives us a little bit more. Yeah, see, so we want this to be 0.95. No. 0.9. And now we will add in a little bit of padding here. Let's go 3.5, looks good. There you go. And that tells you which way we're going. Okay, so we've got all of that done. Like I said, we've got a bunch of things we're trying to get done today. Okay, so we've got that. Our tower over there is well underway already. I'll do the stairs and everything because you basically saw me build this tower, so I'm not really going to focus too much on the building on that. But I do want to make sure that we have everything where it needs to be and everything is set up. That's okay. I've been thinking about adding some more solar farms, oxygen farms, to the solar array, which is one of the reasons why I use the connector or the conveyor junctions instead of conveyor tubes in between. Because I want to be able to have, basically expand our oxygen production if we need it. So I kind of miss the old system because the old ones used to be able to basically have them on either end, or actually, could you do it on either end? I vaguely remember there being a connector on the end of on both ends of the oxygen farm in the old system. Back before they did the block graphics update. That was back in when it still supported DirectX 9. Actually, before. Yeah, that was back in the DirectX 9 days. Oh, wow. Okay. Anyway. Enough reminiscing. Okay, so that's done and running. That's done and running. Hangar bay, or the landing pad. The only other thing that I may want to build on this base is a gear hanger. But I'm not sure I want to do that. So let's go tank. Thank you. Refill those. Thank you. Okay. Let's head inside for a second to get ourselves recharged. Because we can. Alright, so if we sit down here, we can go external, we can look at the base that we have so far. Alright, so what I am thinking is that over here on the side behind the solar array, is I'm thinking about continuing the walkway that we have, and I would be... Oh, I can zoom in a little bit at least. Okay. I would like to continue that walkway that you see towards the center area there, out. And I'm guessing it's going to have to come out... I don't know... How many... Oh, is that 1, 2, 3, 6, 9... So it's probably going to have to come out or extend, yeah, about 9 from where it's at right now, which means the gear hangar is going to be over by that dune is where it would basically come out to. But I'm not sure how big I want to make it. So we have a couple of things here. We could, if we want it to be airtight, we can either add a mod that would give us larger hangar doors. We could do one that is an energy-based door. Think Star Wars, Star Trek kind of oxygen shields or atmospheric shields. Or we just make it really narrow. Because we would end up with it being effectively an opening of 4 blocks by however tall we wanted it. Or we make it fairly short. Again, it would be 4 blocks by however wide we wanted it. See, that's the catch. Because it would mean basically, if we wanted to do anything with large grids, it would have to be ridiculously short and wide, or ridiculously narrow and tall. I'm thinking short and wide would be better, because I mean it is the lunar surface here. But I'm trying to decide on whether or not I actually want to have ground-based vehicles. I mean, there's definitely use for them here, if nothing else than just being able to transport stuff without having to burn hydrogen. You know, because wheels are the most power-efficient way of getting around any type of any planet. Decisions. Because I am kind of liking the way that this whole thing's coming together. What I could do is we could end up making this kind of like the administration area. Like this whole thing is just medical. So maybe like a service building, since we have the engineering over here. Just for people to see what we've actually got going on over here. Since we have our engineering and maintenance stuff over here, we've got medical. This could just be the service outbuilding. At which point, come on, we just kind of ignore everything else that's in here. And we leave this like it is. And what we would do is, instead of having this be a exit out to the surface, we could put an exit here, like on this side, or even on this side. Like if we did an exit here, and then we could have this carry over into a passageway into, say, like a central hangar so we could have the equipment hangar, small flyers landing zone, and then we could do 2 more towers. Oh, I'm thinking I'm liking that idea actually. So that would go away. And we'd say one. How many do we have there? We've got what? 1, 2, 3, and then the doors. 2. But on that one, we didn't do the second door, which I'm actually fine with. You know what? Let's go ahead and do a door. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we end up with a couple of doors here, which would be facing the other way this time. And just because it's something a little different. Can I walk through here? No. I can't even crawl through there. But, you know what? I kind of like that a little bit better than what we had anyway, so let's go with that. Okay. Makes it easy, right? So now we're going to come back here. And so that'll be basically the wall area. So we want some basic area to walk around. Let's give ourselves a bunch of room for this. We're going to have a walkway that's 2 blocks wide. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll do 2 blocks wide. The door will be here. I think we have that mounted that way. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Two, 3, 4. Right, and then a regular block here with what will be the hallway. Let's see. And that will be the first of at least 1 tower, probably 2. There you go. And then we'll continue the towers over that way. Now, the reason I'm doing this is because it's going to give us a good idea, well, it should hopefully give us a good idea of just how much room we really need here. These are just basically here to help us plan. We're going to go ahead and that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then I want this to come forward 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So the doors will be here. Alright. Okay, so that's going to be there. Go ahead and take some of this stuff off. We're going to add these in. So if we have something like that. These guys are going to come through here. And just because I like to have things make sense, I am not a fan of floating surface bases. There are a time and place for them, but this is not one of them. Okay. We're going to do the same over here so that we can go ahead and block some of that in. There we go. Alright, and then you guys are going to be so. Alright. And for you, there, that way. Okay. Do one of those. Do one of those. And I'm thinking what we'll end up with is basically what we did on the walkway back behind the base. Now the service building. We'll have a couple of corner lights posted up like right here and use those as pylons. So I think I have, yeah, okay. Oh. Really? Huh. Doesn't want to let me do it. Well, hell. I guess what we can do then is let's go ahead and take those off for a second. We'll drop one of these in. Oh. So maybe something like that. Let me do that. Now we'll repeat that over here. And flip you like that. Okay. So what that's going to do is that's going to give us some light right there in the entranceway. The collision box on those things is ridiculously small, as you have seen me struggle welding those up sometimes. And that gets us up to here, which we will, let's see, this is going to be, the only thing we really have to worry about on the immediate back side of these are the wheeled vehicles, most likely. Alright, so you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 5. So if we flip you there, you're not going to fit, but if we flip you there, you do. Okay. And got that. We're gonna do these here, and then what we're gonna do is basically reverse some of what we have on the other side. Thinking, do we go to steep angle? Let me go steep angle for this. And again, it's just to give it a little bit more of a finished look. I actually don't mind the way that the hangar doors look, but I do like them to be a little bit
Energy low.
a little bit more integrated in the design than they tend to be, at least with some of my builds. So, and then on this side, let's see, you got that. I'm wondering if we did this instead. Let's go ahead and tie all that together. All right. So if we go like that, maybe. Yeah, something like that I think might look good. We could do the same here that we did over there. That should work, right? I mean, I could even take these and put them up here, but I kind of like having them down in this area, just as more of a indicator of where things are. But okay, so I think that's going to do that for us. All right, so then this is going to basically come out to here. What I'll probably do is repeat this line. And you are a wall, so we want you to actually go all the way down to the ground there for us.
Energy critical.
And we're going to end up doing the same thing on the other side. So you're going to go like so. And then like I said, that's our outer wall area here. Which is good because this means we actually end up with a bit of room to play with. So I mean, we could even go 3 wide on that, make it a nice hefty area here. I'm going to do one more actually, just to tie this whole thing together. I'm going to get rid of that for now. I think that's what we did over this side, right? Yep, okay. So we've got that mirrored up pretty nicely at this point. Now we're going to want this to be a double walkway most of the way around the hangar. Oops. That's not good. Thankfully, I have a lot of health. Okay. Quick. Of course, you do start losing more as time goes by, so. Alright. So I think we've got the basic idea of what we're doing for the gear hanger here. Let's go. So what I think we're gonna do is let's go ahead and I'm gonna cheat this a little bit. So since that's there, this is where we'll get our double walkway. And like I said, I don't want this thing just floating off in the space. Not that it actually would. Well, it might. I mean, we've had some weird stuff in Space Engineers lately. Doing some multiplayer stuff with a Dread, and one of the bases we were working on decided it no longer wanted to be attached to the asteroid that it was built into. So we're not really sure what the hell happened with that one. Right, because it somehow or other, what we were doing was we were grinding things down. Like there was pieces that I was working on, and I ground down a section, and the entire base, including stuff that was mounted elsewhere to the asteroid, decided to convert itself to a ship and shake itself apart to the point where it actually excavated parts of the asteroid so that the station could try and float away. It was the weirdest thing. I've never actually seen a forced conversion to a ship like that before. And then this is just placeholder stuff. Again, just trying to get an idea of how much room we're going to have to work with, and what our actual block counts are going to look like. And you are wall. There we go. Alright, so that's going to be the hangar space. And I'm thinking this may end up turning into a probably just a dedicated small ship docking area. I will probably come through and build, or plan to build, how many spaces is this? This would give us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So if we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's our center. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hiccups again. You need steel plates. Alright, so if we do that. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with these hiccups. Sorry about that, folks. I'll probably have a few more of those before the night is over. So what I'm thinking here is that we do something like this. How many did we do? Centers 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So this would be 13 technically. Or I could take this row out. And that gives me 13 actual. Alright, so that gives us at 7 will be our center spot. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. And that will give us position for 4 vehicles. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So yeah, that gives us 4 parking areas. I will probably do a connector off cent. It's 4 wide by 4 wide. Maybe I do want to go one more. I'm going to go one more to make this. If we do 5, If we do 5 by 7, yeah, let's do that. Let's do 5 by 7. But I think, do I want to have it on the front half, or do I want the bigger ones in the back? I think I want the bigger ones in the back. And we'll leave the ones up front as a 2x. So the idea is here that we're going for is that you'll have 2 larger parking spaces back here, and you'll have 2 smaller ones up front. So your big vehicles are going to pull through, do whatever they need to do. Smaller vehicles for storage will be here, and that gives us, we could actually do 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We could do 2 small grid ships, like small fighter style, or very small utility craft, side by side on either side, and then you have the larger landing pad for large grid builds, or medium to large small grid ships. All right. But that gets us the idea of where we're going for this. And I'm thinking, since we'll have the hangar here, I'll probably put in a hangar ops somewhere. Probably in the middle. That might be interesting. We'll do some passageway work, and effectively have. So let's go. Say something like this, just because. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay. So we'll go like that. So we'll have something that's basically sitting down like this. So we'll have like a command chair or something sitting in here. Trying to picture how I'd do this. Might need to do it. Just do it off the back wall here then. So we end up with maybe something like that. So if we go, so basically come back like that. Let's try. What are you and what are you flying over here? A business shipment. Beacon, business shipment. Alright, so I'm thinking, what the hell was it we just saw fly past us? I guess it's the business shipment. Alright, that's really disconcerting because we're in a point where we have flight paths that are flying over us. So I kind of get distracted from it every once in a while. That might go up a level. So if we do that. So how about if we do something like... That's going to come through. And I mean, we could even go like really stark, something like this. And basically we just have chairs here, or desks even. What do I need for those anyway? Interior plate. Hey, I've got a bunch. What do you know? So we end up with, you know, something like this. And then maybe behind one of these.
Energy low.
If we go... do something like that. Conveyors. So do that. Do that. And then we have, say something like this. And basically we have our doors here. Go ahead and get those out. That lets us get in and out of here. That'll go here. So just, you know, playing around with some ideas. I mean, we could... Don't really need a side view into here. Let's get rid of that. Put you in. Like so. I would say I'm not trying to get too into the greebling yet, but that would probably be a lie at this point. Let's see what that looks like. And then what we'll do is for windows on the front of this, we'll do the... oh, no, we're not going to be able to. I was going to do transparent LCDs, but that would mean we'd have to lose another block into the space in order to have everything posted up right. So we'll just do windows in here then.
Energy critical.
I mean, I guess I could do transparent LCDs on these two side desks instead of having desks here. Let's go ahead and see what this is going to look like. So, if we did... Will you quit turning on the damned auto-rotate, please? I don't know if that's right side up or not, but basically you have something like that. And then we take our 1x1s. Do I actually have girders on me? I do have girders on me. And so you have, say, that. Yeah, see? kind of liking the way that the whole thing's coming together. So if we take that out before we go any further.
No energy.
Oh, son of a... I keep getting distracted, and it's like, ah. All right. Can we make it faster this time? Oh, stuck. Okay, technically I made it back faster that time than I did before. There we go. Not my fault. I got distracted and ran into the spawn portion of the med bay. All right. So that gives us you're attached there. Just trying to make sure we're actually attached before we start cutting stuff out, because we're going to cheat this a little bit. And there you go. Alright, and that gets us a fully vented hangar space. Now, what we have to do is actually get all of this stuff welded up and figure out how we're actually going to pipe this in. I'm thinking I may run the conduit for this, the conveyors. I may run those up over the roof this time. I mean, I guess we could run these down. Let's see. What can I run them into over here? You are a conveyor junction. So I could run it angled down across. And do I want to follow? No, I don't want to follow because I'll run it into that. So what I will probably do then is run this down, and what we'll do is over behind the hangar space, we'll start putting in our hydrogen and oxygen storage over here. And we'll get all of that piped in. So we actually have a little bit of oxygen storage over in that building. So I'm thinking, yeah. Okay, so that gives us an idea of what we're doing for right now. I'm going to go ahead, get the rest of this space planned out a little bit. I'll probably go ahead and weld up all the doors and stuff. We'll get the other tower finished, and what we'll end up with, so I'm thinking if we run piping up, that'll allow us to have the landing pad that we have there replicated over here, which will tie into this building, which means the tower that we're going to be building over here will have a landing pad that covers this side of the building as well. That actually works out really well. Okay, so yeah, we've got an idea. We've got some plans. So what I'm going to do is between now and Friday is we're going to get all of this welded up. I may not get the stairs in here. We'll see. There it is. Sorry. Oh, a hiccup. The hiccup got stuck in the throat. It was really weird. That was really uncomfortable, actually. Yeah. So, wow. So yeah, like I was saying, what we'll do is we'll have the landing pad here hanging over this portion. We'll have the other tower built with a landing pad overhanging this other portion, and then we'll have the fourth tower basically the mirror of the first tower. Okay. I've got a lot to do between now and Friday. Alright, so that said, I am going to get out of here. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you hit that like button if you want to see more, or to at least be kept up to date or do something nice for me today on this lovely Wednesday when the whole world is going crazy. Be sure to hit that subscribe if you want to be kept up to date with new content and notices when that content comes out. There's a little bell icon next to the subscribe button, so while you're there to click the subscribe, click the notification icon as well. YouTube promises to try to remember at some point between now and the heat death of the universe to send notifications whenever new content comes out. So when they do remember, the best way to keep informed is to make sure that that little thing is checked. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to throw those down in the section below. And on that note, I'm going to get out of here. I hope you all have a fantastic day. Hope you are able to enjoy the rest of your week. And we will see you back here on Friday for more Space Engineers. As always, folks, take care and be safe out there, everybody. All right. We got a whole lot to get done. Oh, it's going to be a bad week.